Imagine leaving the air conditioning running, like full blast, in a massive 50-room mansion that you don't even live in.
Yeah, that would be completely insane.
Right. Every single month, you're writing this massive check for space you aren't even using.
Okay, let's unpack this, because if you manage anything digital, that is exactly what your company might be doing in the cloud right now.
Oh, absolutely. It's really the ultimate corporate blind spot.
Yeah. So today we're doing a deep dive into how organizations can stop this invisible bleeding of money and build real financial accountability.
Because right now, you're generating these massive utility bills, but since every developer essentially has like an unlimited corporate credit card to just spin up servers whenever they want.
The organization just completely loses track of the property.
Exactly.
So to fix this cloud budget leak, we really have to look at the root cause, which comes down to a pretty brutal truth, actually. Cloud costs just grow much faster than business value when nobody actually owns the spend.
Yeah, and if you look at the data, three central questions always emerge. First, where is the money even going?
Right, because most organizations can't even map their spend back to specific teams or apps.
Which naturally leads to the whole panic provisioning problem.
Oh, yeah?
Developers are terrified of an app crashing under load, right? So they overpay for massive capacity they never actually use. So when companies are forced to ask the second question, are we overpaying? The answer is almost always yes.
You just end up with idle resources sitting there.
Oversized instances doing nothing.
But wait, let me push back on this a bit. I thought the whole promise of cloud computing was that it's inherently designed to be automatically efficient and cost-effective.
Well, in theory.
Like you only pay for what you use, right?
In theory, yes. But what you use and what you actually need are, well, often two very different things. The cloud removes all friction,
Yeah, developer could just click a button.
Exactly, and spin up core computing power, like an Amazon EC2 instance, in literal seconds. But without governance, they just keep spinning things up and forget to turn them off. It's decentralized spending without centralized oversight.
Which naturally brings up the third question organizations eventually face.
Yeah.
Is the spend actually worth it? Because if you have all these forgotten idle servers running, the answer is probably no.
Right. What's fascinating here is how mature FinOps shifts that conversation entirely.
How so?
It moves away from just like playing whack-a-mole with cloud bills and merely cutting costs. Instead, it pivots to forcing developers and finance teams to speak the exact same language.
Ah, so cost becomes a core metric of code quality.
Exactly. Connecting that spend directly to actual business outcomes.
Okay, so once a company realizes the AC is blasting in the empty mansion, how is this actually solved across complex, real-world digital estates? I know enterprise-grade dashboards for visibility are the first step.
Yes, along with monthly expert reviews to actually interpret that data.
Right, but I was looking at some of the discount figures, and they seem wild. I saw you can get up to 30% off EC2 without even locking into a massive multi-year contract.
Yeah.
How is that even possible? What's the loophole there?
It's not really a loophole so much as it is pooling buying power. Individual teams or even mid-sized companies, they just don't have the leverage to demand wholesale rates from cloud providers.
Makes sense.
But by utilizing partner pricing, you're essentially pooling your spend with hundreds of other companies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that collective bargaining unlocks those hidden discounts. You can easily trim up to 5% off the overall cloud bill just through economies of scale.
So it's less about finding a secret coupon code and more about leveraging collective bargaining.
Right, combined with actually downgrading servers that are only operating at like 10% capacity.
And getting to that point starts with a quick 1 to 2 week assessment to benchmark the current spend, right, before you move into designing the governance and all that ongoing management.
Exactly. You have to establish a baseline. You can't fix what you can't see. And that unified view needs to cover everything: AWS, Azure, Google Cloud.
And I noticed that strategy explicitly covers private clouds too, like VMware, which makes me wonder, why spend time modeling VMware costs? The tech world is totally obsessed with public clouds right now. Isn't private cloud kind of old news?
Not for enterprise scale, no. Doing capacity planning and true cost modeling for VMware alongside public cloud is crucial.
Really?
Yeah, it prevents over-provisioning across the board. You aren't just saving money, you're creating a single source of truth for the entire company's infrastructure.
Ensuring every single application is running on the most economical platform.
Exactly. If a company is weighing licensing changes, they need to model the true cost of staying, moving, or mixing environments.
So it's about having one unified view of the spend no matter where the workload lives.
Huh.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now? If you manage, build, or oversee anything digital, remember this. Unowned resources will quietly but relentlessly eat your margins.
Yeah, the lack of a decision to turn something off is still a decision to keep paying for it.
Exactly. Which brings us back to our air-conditioned mansion.
Right.
If a simple 1 to 2 week FinOps assessment can uncover massive corporate waste hidden in the cloud, what automated subscriptions or idle digital tools in your own life are quietly draining your wallet right now, simply because you haven't explicitly chosen to turn them off?